What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, man. Coming in with you with a video regarding the Houston Texans right here. Man, we all know about the DeAndre Hopkins trade. I'm still upset about it. Whew, it's weird, man. It's just not right. I don't even know what to say about that trade still. Yeah, and I heard more things that Hopkins said that Talk was talking about. Bill O'Brien was talking crazy, about in secret meetings and stuff like that. How Bill O'Brien, didn't show him the love that other people he was showing other people, things of that nature. Now I know it was not a friendly goodbye, I guess you could say, but I'm telling you right now, something's going to change, and it's going to change dramatically. Before I get into what I want to talk about in this video, but I do want to say this here. There was a report, and I will try to remember to leave the link in the description box. There was a report to where I saw that Deshaun Watson was requesting a trade. Hope that's not true, but can't blame him at this point. I really can't blame Deshaun Watson. It is what it is. Now, let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and get into what this video, what I want to do this video is about today. Sorry, y'all, I'm still a little upset about the Hopkins trade. I do believe, in the long run, he's trying to save money for Watson. But then also, too, I think that part of it is because of power hungry, I guess you could say, power trip. He's trying to make an example out of Hopkins, which is not a good thing to do. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this video. I want to talk about some of the new additions that came to the Texans. And we all know we got David Johnson in a trade for Hopkins. Whatever. But we also got wide receiver Randall Cobb. We got safety Eric Murray. We got offensive tackle Brent Quavey. How do you say his name? We got safety Jalen Watkins. And who we have returning, who signed a new deal with the Texans. Inside linebacker Terrell Adams, cornerback Phillip Gaines, cornerback Brandon Hargraves III, offensive tackle Roderick Johnson, quarterback AJ McCarron, cornerback Bradley Roby, which I'm glad we did keep him. Now I think we need to resign Connolly, my personal opinion. And we also got safety John Weeks. So, with that being said, I think what's going on here is Bill O'Brien's not liking the fact that people speak their mind. Because from some of the reports that I've heard, and I believe them too, just to let you know, is that Bill O'Brien was comparing DeAndre Hopkins to Aaron Hernandez. Now, the problem I have with that is, if this is true, and I do believe it, but if this is true, here's the problem I'm having with that. Aaron Hernandez had problems while he was in college. He had some troubled issues while he was in college before he got drafted. You never even heard nothing out of Deshaun Watson. Some people probably didn't even know who he was. Excuse me, not Deshaun Watson, I'm sorry, DeAndre Hopkins, excuse me. So you can't compare Hopkins to Aaron Hernandez, is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me there. Because, like I said, some people didn't even know who Hopkins was. They didn't realize who he was until he got into the field and started making those spectacular plays and catches. So, and then on top of that, even while Hopkins was in the NFL, you never heard a word out of Hopkins. The only time I heard something out of Hopkins was, I want to say, the 2018 season or 2017 season. Uh, Preseason, that is, joint practice with the Washington Redskins. Well, he told home dude, don't fucking touch me. Get your fucking hands off me. Then he broke his ankles on a practice play, running a go route. Oh, man. He said, I'm already breaking ankles on the play. R.I.P. to Hall's ankles. I'll never forget that. That was funny. And the thing is, you don't hear nothing crazy out of Hopkins. Now, a lot of people were saying Hopkins wanted a new contract and Bill O'Brien wasn't going to give him a new contract. Well, the problem I have with that is this. The man, whether you want to or not, yeah, he might have a down year. He deserves to have a down year. And all the stuff he's done, he deserves to have a down year. Just like J.J. Watt have had, his production has been down, but all the stuff he's done, he deserves it, my personal opinion. You're not going to keep this up your whole entire career. Just dominating on every year your whole entire career. You're going to have some setbacks, whether injuries, fatigue, or you get some help so other people's going to shine, whatever. It's going to happen. So what DeAndre Hopkins wanted a new contract, I would have said, okay, let's see what we could do. Let's work something out. I wouldn't have just totally dismissed it and then basically give him away for pennies. Not taking nothing away from David Johnson, but he hasn't been productive in a couple of seasons. He's been injury riddled for 2 or 3 seasons now. Now, not taking nothing away from the guy, but it's just something we like, what? Really? First of all, my personal opinion, I think Hopkins at the least, very least, and I probably wouldn't even took it. I would think long and hard, I would have to think long and hard if I would have took it, but he's at the least worth 3 first-round picks. Not a running back and then a second round, then you swap 20 and 21 fourth rounders. 2021 and 2020 fourth round picks. No, I ain't swapping nothing. If I'm going to trade a guy with this talent and a guy who don't give you no trouble whatsoever, the man don't give you no trouble whatsoever. He's a constant professional. You don't get nothing out of him. He's not like Antonio Brown who's causing trouble over like crazy. He don't fail any drug test. He shows up to work. Yeah, he had like a 1-day holdout, and that was because that 1 year, I think it was 2017. Yeah, 2017, Deshaun Watson's rookie year, blows out at the ACL. He wanted the Texans to go and pick up Kaepernick. They said no. He got upset, walked out of practice. But he came back the very next day. He said that I forgot exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines that he let his emotions get to the best of him. Something along those lines. I might be wrong about exactly what was said, but it's something like that. And you never heard nothing else from it. That was it. He wasn't like Dwayne Brown, who held out the whole damn season almost. Like all of training camp, OTAs, preseason, first 6 or 7 games of the season, then come back. He wasn't like Andre Johnson, who held out for preseason as well, too, for a new deal. No, he came to work, did his thing. Now, if the man did want a new contract and you tell him, no, you ain't going to do that, you don't do that, you don't give him new deals before yours expire, well, guess what? People are still going to look at, you did it for J.J. Watt. Why not me? I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit, not a little bit. I'm still very highly upset about this trade because I am going to forever miss number 10 making those spectacular catches and plays in a Texan uniform. My personal opinion, the best player we had on our team. Damn near like an Iron Man. He only missed 1 game of injury and missed 1 game due because the Texans rested their starters before the playoffs this past season. On the very last game of the season against the Titans. We rested our players. because we locked up the South during week 16. So week 17, with no need for our starters to play. So if you want to say he didn't play or want to say, well, he missed the game, depending on how you look at it. But the man balled out. What else do you want? The man did everything. He's not like Antonio Brown, who's giving you trouble. He don't fail any drug test. You never hear him about doing anything on social media. I barely heard anything about him on social media. Barely. You see what I'm saying? This is why I say, this is why I tell even my little girl, try not to take anything for granted. It's hard not to, but try your best not to, because guess what? One time you do something, that's all they're gonna know. Remember that you did one thing that they don't like. They ain't gonna remember all the good stuff you ever done. That's anybody, almost anybody, I should say. They just gonna remember that one thing you did that they don't like, and then they'll try to get rid of you, try to replace it some kind of way. That's the way the world is. It sucks. It ain't right, but hey. But the Texans made these moves. Once again, I'm gonna read this list one more time. Who the Texans got, whether it was trade or just free agency. They got running back David Johnson, which you all know. Not knocking David Johnson, but I'm just still hurt. We got wide receiver Randall Cobb. We got safety Eric Murray. We got offensive tackle Brent Quay. I can't pronounce the last name, but Qvale. That's how you spell his last name. We got safety Jalen Watkins, and who we re-signed, that was already on the team, but we re-signed him. Inside linebacker Terrell Adams, cornerback Phillip Gaines, cornerback Vernon Hargraves III, offensive tackle Roderick Johnson, quarterback A.J. McCarron, cornerback Bradley Roby, safety John Weeks. Now, I am hoping that we can get corner Connolly back, to who we had traded for against with the Raiders to receive, because I think he was pretty decent. Not saying he was great or the best, no, but I think he was pretty decent. Now, with all that being said, though, I'm sorry, I'm still hurt that number 10 won't be with us, so bear with me. I am still hurt. I am going to miss him. So in honor of DeAndre Hopkins leaving us, not by his choice, not because he did anything crazy. He didn't fail no drug test or nothing. You never heard anything from this man. Barely heard about him on social media. Matter of fact, the only thing I ever heard about him on social media that was kind of bad, I don't know if you want to say it's bad or not, when Iggy Azalea claimed him to be her boyfriend, and he said, nope, your boy's single. That's all he said on social media. So that's it. And that was what, like 2 years ago? Something like that. And that ain't nothing. All he said was he's single. Yeah, so with all that being said, man, at the end of the day, man, I'm just still a little hurt by it. I just wish that things would have been different. But hey, it is what it is. We just gotta try to move on. Hard as that's gonna be, gonna have to move on. I think Bill O'Brien is gonna have to take a look in the mirror, man, and say, look here, you can't do this crap. This is nonsense. Because what he's doing, he's gonna have some answers, some questions to answer, I should say. Because I do feel like if within the first, I'm gonna say 5 games of the upcoming season, of the 2020 season, if we're not at least 4-1, he might get fired. So he better have some good answers or something. He better know what he's doing. I'm gonna put it like that. But at the end of the day, man, oh my God, I'm sorry, I just still can't get over it. So please forgive me. I know I keep saying it, but it just sucks, man. Our best player on our team, constant professional, Iron Man, who played every single game except for two. Like I said, one of them was due to injury. It was the last game of the season. I want to say it was like 2018 or it wasn't this last season. So it was 2018 season. He hurt his 2018 season. Yeah, he hurt his ankle against the Jets in Week 16 and did not play Week 17. Then last year, this past season, excuse me, Bill O'Brien rested the starters because we won the division in Week 16, so we no need to play our starters in Week 17. So with that being said, what else do you need from the man? So with all that being said, man, at the end of the day, I think these additions and players that are returning are pretty decent. Some of them with a little bit of question, but hey, now with Hopkins gone, man, and then I'm hearing reports that Deshaun Watson won out. I hope that's just emotion with Deshaun Watson, but never know. So with all that being said, man, we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen. When the draft comes within like a month or so. See what happens because the coronavirus is stopping a lot of things from going on. So got to see what happens, man. With all this being said, man, just wanted to give y'all a good video. This is your boy, man, Chunking the Deuce. And as always, you was in the man cave. Now I got to kick you out the man cave. Holla.